Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Tips from the Team. I'm Brian Hernandez, and today I'm joined by the California Pizza Cup champion, Giovanni Labbate of Tievoli Pizza Bar in Palatine, Illinois. Say hello, Giovanni.
Hi, guys. How you doing? I'm Giovanni from Tievoli.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and Tievoli, because it's kind of had a little bit of it's been a journey to get here. So why don't you just give us a rundown of that, your timeline?
Basically, I've been in the business for about 30 years, over 30 plus years. My father started the business back in the 70s and just wanted to continue his footsteps. And Tivoli was born in 2023, which means I love it backwards. And it just really just kind of compiled of what we mean about pizza. We love pizza, and we just really wanted to show everybody else how much we do.
You don't love it 3,000, you love it backwards. That's crazy.
Yeah. It just made sense for us because it sounded Italian. It's not Italian, but it just meant something backwards. So it kind of fit all the categories for us.
Tell us a little bit of what spurred the creation of Tievoli, and like when it started and what spurred it, because I know you were cutting your teeth at another place before where you were part owner, I believe, or was it a partner?
I was a franchisee in Billy Bricks, and I just really wanted to kind of I helped them build their brand and did a lot of things for them, but I just really wanted to go out on my own and really kind of come up with a nice creation of Tievoli. And we just really wanted to bring back what my father was doing in the 70s to Chicagoland, because there's not a lot of New York artisan pizza here in Chicagoland. So we thought this would be a nice little touch to the area and a great addition to Palatine. And so far, so good.
All right. What did you do different about Billy Bricks, or what did you do different from it?
So Billy Bricks is more of a Neapolitan pizzeria. So which we still do Neapolitan on our pizza truck, but here at Tivoli we do a New York artisan. So it's a little higher hydration and different style pizza, and we do Sicilian style as well. So it's a different style pizza, and we're more of a trendy pizzeria look, and so it's a different look, different pizza.
Okay, so but you got a pizza truck, and I know it keeps getting mentioned, and I want to talk about it here because I've seen pictures and I can only remember it. I don't know where I put it, but it's like a Bigfoot picture, but it was glorious. But you do Neapolitan in the truck, so you got a wood-fired oven or a high-heat gas oven?
Yeah, we have.
How's that work?
Yeah, we have a Maraforni wood-fired oven, strictly wood-fired. We do a traditional Neapolitan dough, but we do a little twist on other pizzas. We have like barbecue chicken pizza. We have a truffle pizza. So we do other varieties of pizzas on the truck. So.
Okay. So it sounds like you, why do you have that differentiation between the styles? I mean, I know you said it was Sicilian.
Yeah, well, the style difference is because wood-fired is the quickest and more efficient way to do pizzas. I mean, we can pump out 120 pizzas an hour versus New York artisan is going to take about 8 to 10 minutes to cook.
Okay, so it was actually even just using the wood and that high heat. It was just a matter of expediency.
Yeah, it just works better. I mean, we just really want to pump out a lot of pies. We do a lot of events where 200-300 people, so it's just more efficient to do Neapolitan out of the truck.
Okay, and I mean, I know you said you wanted to have the different styles, like New York artisan inside the shop, but I mean, why did you want to keep it separate? I mean, I know you were trying to keep different styles.
No,
was there a specific reason?
Yeah, we're going to do different styles, and even in the shop, we're going to be doing Detroit style soon, probably come January. So, we want to have a wide range of different styles in the shop, but just in the truck, we're just going to alleviate that and just do Neapolitan.
All right. What kind of tips do you have for people trying to open their own place kind of while working for someone else? I mean, I guess as a franchisee, you were working for yourself for someone else, maybe. So
yeah, I mean, I worked with. I mean, if you're going to open up your own restaurant, I would say you got to have a great plan. Put a business plan down. Definitely get your finances straight, and really come up with a great menu that's it's going to be easy operation. So we have a one-page menu. It's very easy to execute. Even if I'm not here, so I think that's very important. And your menu size, the efficiency, and then make sure that you have a good product, because I think nowadays people are a little bit more picky on where they're going to spend their money.
I was saying Panino's has a large. I like how you said you kept a smaller menu for consistency and ease of use, because Panino's has I was calling out Panino's for having a large menu.
Yeah,
something that's huge. They execute it well, and it's great that they can do that. And I like that variety. But it's simpler, smaller.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I'm
it's
like,
very
oh,
important to have a smaller menu. I mean, yeah, Paninos, they have a big menu. They've been doing it for a long time, so they're kind of used to that. But if you're going new into the business, I think it's a struggle to keep everything fresh if you're not completely busy. And it's easier to add on to the menu if you want later. And I think it's efficiency wise and staffing, it's going to be easier to keep a smaller menu.
I like that. All right. So tell us about the new, I was going to say new Pizza Mobile, but I guess this is converted from your previous Pizza Mobile that you had.
Yeah, we kind of upgraded, I would say. If you take a look at it, it's an all glass truck. We went from a traditional food truck to an all glass, so you can see the action. We have a gold Marforni oven, so it's definitely a step up, an upgrade from our last one. And we just really wanted to make a point when we come up and pull up to events that give the wow factor. As my wife said, with
Yeah,
a sexy pizza truck.
uh, did you get the idea walking through Florence? What was it, Biggers Row or whatever that row was? I didn't realize he had his wife on the phone the whole time, speakerphone. I'm cursing up a storm like a sailor, and I kept hearing like a voice, but I didn't know. But
Yeah, no.
so, but I mean, that I saw the picture on it, and I knew about Billy Bricks, but I wasn't sure if that was yours or if that stayed with the business, or you know what I mean. So it's definitely when I saw it, and you're just kind of leaning up against it all nice, and I'm like, wow, it had the wow factor. I think it was that open air feel to it. It looked huge just because it was half glass.
Oh yeah, it's a big truck. I mean,
Yeah.
it's about 13, almost 14 feet tall. So it's we can't go everywhere with it. So it's kind of limited where we go. But it definitely we wanted to give it that nice look for weddings that we do, private parties, and like I said, just give it that wow factor. When we pull up, people are just like, yeah, this is a food truck.
Okay, so on those lines, I mean, what are people? Let's say people on a budget. What's like one of the best things you can do to set yourself apart to give it that wow factor? I mean, we can't all get gold Marafornis and
Well, start
aquarium
out
trucks,
small.
but I mean,
Yeah, start out small. I mean that's how we started out. We started with a regular food truck, and we really built a big food truck empire. I mean, now we really don't have to do any bookings. Most of the bookings come through repeat customers and word of mouth. So I really don't even have to book myself. It just kind of comes through email, and I think that's the way to go. And then when you can get your finances straight and make some money, then you can always upgrade your truck and make sense for yourself.
okay, so what's that first upgrade you should do? They've got their truck and they're running, and they finally got a little money in the bank. What was that? What do you think the first thing they could do to set up themselves apart? Rims, those spinny rims,
Yeah, I mean, always.
ground
Yeah,
up.
I mean, obviously, wrapping your truck is a big part of, I think, food trucks. So, getting a good designer to wrap it, making the little details, make it look nice. Yeah, rims, chrome it out, and expose whatever you're doing. So, if you're doing pizza, let people see that what you're making. If you're doing something else, let them see that. So, I think people are intrigued by seeing the whole operation going on.
Openness of it. I like that. Is music play a factor in what you do? Are you allowed to? First off, are you allowed to play music? I don't want to say
Yeah.
blast it, but outside
Oh
speakers
yeah,
for
we
the
have outside
crowd.
speakers. We play music. Depending on the crowd, we'll play different types of music. But yeah, we have a speaker on there, so we can talk to guests over speaker as well. So yeah, I think we have all the
Okay.
aspects. Lights outside. So
Okay, so you're actually, and I get my brain kind of deviated again. I was thinking more like the chef. You're in a row of like trucks and stuff, or you're in somewhere where a parking lot of an oil change place. But you're actually talking about events, so you have to invest in some kind of spectacle for that. So at least a
yeah,
sound system or some kind of lighting.
yeah. We don't. There's our trucks out there that kind of do sit on the street like downtown Chicago. We're a 90%, 99% event based truck. So we don't go out unless we're pre booked. We don't sit on the street. We know what we're doing. We know where we're going. We usually know how many
Nice.
pizzas we're going to sell. So it's a little easier on our part because
Yeah.
we can manage that. We know we're going to serve 100 people, 200 people, and that's it.
Yeah, you get a deposit on beforehand. How does that
Oh
work
yeah.
without numbers or percentages? If
Oh
you
yeah,
don't
we,
mind,
we book a bunch of weddings for next year. We get deposits before then, and then the balance is due on the day of. So we secure those dates. So by the
yeah.
time comes in January, we're booked throughout the whole summer.
How lenient are you on that cancellation? How close do you give them?
0.
Really?
No, I'm just
Deposit?
kidding.
No,
No.
jeez.
No, if they have to move the date because something happens, yeah, we're willing to work with people, but
Okay.
it rarely happens though.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, like you said, it's kind of your client base is a little more higher echelon at this point because
Yeah, I mean, most of the people are
you've
booking
had
for
them for a
weddings. They're
while.
not changing their dates that much, so.
That's true too.
Unless
That's
we're not
true.
getting unless we're not getting married. So
So I started hearing that a few years ago. Just all of a sudden, I don't know if it was before the pandemic. I mean, I actually cooked at a wedding too, just on a couple of little, like one little uni. Is that popular? Do people love having pizza at their weddings now? Is
oh
it just kind
yeah.
of a niche thing?
Yeah, I mean, we do. I mean, honestly, a lot of people think we just do like the late night snack, but we do the whole wedding 90% of the time. So we're cooking pizzas, pasta, salads, appetizers. So we do everything, just not just pizza. So we do everything else. So we're a full service caterer as well. So we do linens, plates, napkins,
Jeez. Okay.
bartending. So yeah, we're not just your typical pizza truck. We do the full on catering services as well.
Well, and I love the just kind of the clean look of it too. If anybody's seen the background of there, it's just kind of white tile or
Yep.
brick. I don't want to say monochromatic, but not like smacking you around the face with neons and stuff like that. Very,
Exactly. Yeah, it's more of a trendy. I mean, my
yeah,
wife
yeah.
my wife designed the place, and we just really wanted to make it a little bit more upscale, experience when you come here for pizza. So and we do a little bit more upscale pizzas as well. So we're doing a lot of pizzas with truffles and truffle honey and more exotic toppings than you get at your traditional pizzeria.
I guess that's kind of leads into the next section on why you're a champion. You're setting yourself apart already. I was going to say congratulations on becoming the first California Pizza Cup champion, California Pizza Challenge. Can't remember what I named it.
No, we were excited.
So
I mean, it was really a focus on ours to go to these competitions this year and really come home with a win. And I think we did a really well job at California, and we're really happy what we did.
well, there it is, right there. It's the California Pizza Challenge is what I made it say. So, and that's another thing I was going to say is that it's not just you didn't just like win that or the trip to Italy. You won several categories, right? I mean,
Yeah,
you
we
got
did.
second or first in two of them, right?
Yeah, first not traditional grand champion, and then we did the first in California cheese challenge.
The cheese, yeah, the three cheese. That's what I thought. Yeah. So I mean, congratulations on all that. So, why don't you tell us about that win? What category? I mean, we just heard the categories. I mean, why don't you tell us a little bit about your non-traditional and then the cheese? Cheese is interesting because there's not much there to hide behind. Why don't you tell us
Yeah.
how you kind of set yourself apart?
Well, the California challenge, beforehand, we actually had a pizza on the menu that my wife came one day and she just threw a bunch of toppings at me and she's like, make me a peach pizza. So we came up with a peach perfect pizza, and we actually had it on special for about a month, and it actually really, really well with grilled peaches on it. And so we said, hey, we're going to go to California. Let's do this pizza because it just talks California, and
Yeah.
we did. We went with that pizza. It's just a really good pizza to have for like a summertime, and it just made sense for California.
You know what? Oh, I think I still have it. I actually saved that peach pit and I'm trying to get it to sprout. It's in like a Stanislaus can or something right now. I don't know if it's working. Yeah, I thought that'd be neat. I don't know if it'll survive here or not. It might be an indoor peach tree. So
But
I
yeah,
mean, that was pretty interesting that was on the menu. And again, to your wife's credit,
yeah, she came. She
should
brought me the toppings, and I made it happen.
should I be interviewing her
I know
for
she
today?
probably soon. I'll probably be obsolete as in the next year or two.
I
Yeah,
bet.
Adriana. Yeah, and it kind of sucks because I
But
told her if this pizza doesn't win, I'm never going to take care of it, and it did win. So
oh,
now I'm
good.
stuck.
That's awesome. Well, it's awesome. I like it. She sounds like she's doing a pretty good job for you guys over there. So
Yeah. I
congrats to
mean,
her and you
honestly,
both.
even if she doesn't come up with the pizza, she's the first person I always taste test with. So if she
Yeah,
says it's not good, it doesn't see the light of day.
that's awesome. I love that partnership in there. So, um, why don't you tell us a little bit about the cheese recipe? I mean, because it was a 3 cheese challenge, correct?
Yeah. So
Oh,
the honest truth is, when we went to California, I forgot that I signed up for the three cheese challenge. So I kind of I kind of scrounged up some cheeses from California. I went to Stefani over there, and they gave me some fresh mozzarella, some ricotta, and I just whipped up a pizza with 3 cheeses and a whipped ricotta, and I drizzled a basil infused olive oil that I got from the booth right across from us, and it was
oh,
phenomenal.
nice.
It was spot on.
So, is there anything else in the ricotta? Well, I mean, was it just straight
Just a
whipped?
herb. Yeah, I just put some parsley, some salt, pepper, just made a little herbed
Oh,
ricotta, and then put some dollops on there with some fresh basil leaves and a drizzle of that basil infused olive oil, and it really just highlighted the cheese and didn't take over it. So I think that's what really did it. But I think ultimately, I think our crust was spot on that weekend, and you couldn't have done any better than that.
That's what I was going to ask. And I think I remember your interview was pretty awesome. It was just like one word, and it's like, well, what do you attribute your win to? You're like the dough or something like
Yeah.
that. And then,
Well,
but
it's like
it's
anything else. If you have a
I'm
great dough, you have a great pizza.
right. So there's nothing to hide behind it. It sounds like you did great use of the cheese, but do you think it was the rest of your pizza components, such as I mean, I guess the crust is one of the main one,
Yeah, I
but
think the
then the
crust
sauce
is.
can really screw things up too. But
Yeah, I think the crust is it's a foundation, and if you have a good foundation, it was just easy to put everything else on top of that. But yeah, I mean, it was well balanced pizzas, and nothing overpowered each other, and just worked together.
is that the same crust you used for the other winning pizza as well?
We did, yeah, yeah, and the same
Okay.
crust we use here at the restaurant, so nothing different.
I like that. I really do. That's pretty good. Well, congrats on that. So now we gotta get the whole clan some rooms at the hotel, and then we're gonna go see what adventures we can get to in Parma. That's gonna be fun. Yeah. How many times is this for you going to the World Pizza Championships?
It's my second time, so I think I think that's gonna help me a little bit. Now I know kind of how the whole show kind of runs and what they're expected. So I think I'll have a better chance this year of pulling something off.
I mean, you've got one slot that we're taking you to Italy, all expenses, most expenses paid. We're getting you one slot in the competition. You're going to do a couple others. You're going to do Classica, which is kind of non-traditional, gluten-free, and STG, which is Neapolitan. Do you have what kind of strategy do you have for the World Pizza Championships after your win in California, or did that win in California affect what you would do in Italy at all?
No, I don't think it did. I think what California just did is exactly what we do here. I said, I'm just going to do what we do at our shop because it's what we do every day. And I'm not going to change anything. I'm not going to do anything outside of what we do here at the Norm, because I think we have great pizza here. And I think our foundation, our crust is, spot on. It's where, it's been taking us 40 years to get where we wanted to get to. And I think that's what I'm going to showcase. And as far as toppings goes, we're still working on that, and we're going to start highlighting that on our social media and asking some of the customers what they think. And
Ah,
gluten free. We make some great gluten free, so we're gonna do something with that as well.
well, I want to say, I was surprised. I was delighted when you said you wanted to do it. I don't remember you doing it last time. Did you?
No, I didn't. But
Right.
we came up with a recipe, and we've been doing gluten free at Tievoli for 2 years, and it looks just like pizza. So I think we're gonna pull off a nice gluten free in Italy.
Do you use a pre-existing flour mix, like a bag that you buy from somebody, like, I mean, like, just, I guess the Caputo brand? You don't have
Yeah,
to name the brand
we
if you
use the
don't want, but
Caputo, and then we use the Caputo, and then we obviously dock it up with some other ingredients to
okay,
get it to what we like.
nice,
But
nice.
it's really nice.
SDG, that's tricky. That's one that I always like people getting into. It breaks my heart because they always come out and griping. No offense, but they're like, oh,
Yeah,
frack this, frack that. Not you. I forgot that you've only got once. These
yeah.
guys, I've just seen it so many times. They just complain about it and they think they know all the rules, and then something comes out of left field. Are you prepared for that? How well are you prepared? I mean, are you certified? You're not AVPN or
I'm
VPN, are you?
I'm not VPN certified, but I know the regulations. We follow our
Mhm.
dough is actually 100% VPN regulated, but we're
Sweet.
not certified. But yeah, I know the
Right. Yeah.
regulations. I've read it. I know it, and yeah, I think we're being there that first year, seeing what was going on and what they're exactly looking for. I think we'll be better off this year.
Yeah. I mean, it's things like no doming, no
Yeah,
touching it, no moving it or no pulling it out and then putting it back in, like one turn or something like that. I mean, these little procedural things that are, I guess they teach in these things. So, well, I'm excited to see that, man. And it's just make sure Adriana comes and gets me because it happens so fast. I'll be filming it. I always almost miss it. I got this year's, but I've missed it for like years past. But I mean, because it happens so fast, you wait, you
yeah.
wait, you wait, and then you're done. And I'm like, oh crap. So yeah, but I'm excited to see that. I shared some of your press already. You're getting a lot of press for this California win. How are you spinning it that you won the California competition, that you got the trip? What's getting most people's attention? The trip to Italy or the
Yeah, the trip
California
to
win?
Italy, and I think we're just kind of like working around that. We're going to Italy. We're going to be competing in Italy, and we're kind of making it a fun thing that we're going to be posting on social media as we get closer. What we're going to be doing, highlighting the pizzas and getting people's opinions. So we're really excited to go, and we want to let our customers know, and we really wanted to make it a big deal. And so far, yeah, we'll be on. We were on Fox 32. We'll be on
Mhm.
WGN TV next month. We have the Chronicle newspaper coming out tomorrow. So we have quite a bit of coverage. We were on WBBM radio and a couple other radio stations as well. So, and there's more to come.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, every time I turn around, you're doing. I think we had to schedule around several interviews just for tomorrow or something. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I mean, has it been a lot of work on your end to do that, or did you put it out one place and then people grab it? How do you suggest people get press from this? Because that's one of the benefits of competing. Is how
So
do
you
people
can do it
benefit?
on your own, which I did some of it, but we actually hired a public relations person that it's actually a customer of ours, and she's been doing a hell of a job. She's been getting us a lot of coverage, and I couldn't be happier to what she's doing.
Awesome. Well, I had asked about the pizza truck, and I was spying on the style of your pizzeria layout, and I asked what anything else happening, and you mentioned pizza making classes. Is this something that you guys offer in home through the
Yeah.
truck, or is it in Tivoli, proper?
Yeah.
How does that work?
So I actually both. This one is going to be here at Tievoli inside our restaurant. About approximately about 30 to 40 people. Cap it off around there. But we kind of do events every month. Last month we did a murder mystery dinner. The month before that we did
Oh,
a
nice.
wine dinner. So we're going to do kind of events every month just to kind of keep things, spice it up, bring new things, and just to give people something to do in the neighborhood that they wouldn't normally have to do.
I mean, I love that because one of the first people I took notice when I got into the industry doing that was like John Arena, because he's like one of the first people. He actually flew me out there for one of his events, and I got to see a lot of stuff. And do you suggest that for people? I mean, just that kind of community involvement where you don't even have to
I think so.
leave your restaurant; you can bring them to them.
Yeah, especially if you have a mobile pizza oven. We actually have a truck and we actually have a trailer as well. So we offer for customers as well, even at their house if they want to do it. But yeah, if you have a restaurant and you don't have a mobile business, I think it's a great avenue to bring people in and to get grain. Every time we do it, we get new customers. So we put it on Eventbrite. You can even put it on Groupon if you want, and it's a good avenue to bring new guests in and then schedule it during a time that you don't are normally busy. So it's just another avenue to bring revenue in.
Wow, I like that. Yeah, and it's like you said, you're just kind of there, so might as well have people come to you. So,
Exactly.
all right, man. Well, I'm all wrapped up here. What is like one things that you're really proud of at Tivoli, or you want the world to know about? If you had to put a message in a bottle and chuck it, what's that?
I don't know. I mean, like it's just Tivoli is just about what my passion in the business, and I just really wanted to follow in my father's footsteps, and kind of take what he did and put a spin on it and be a little bit more artistic with it. And I think we've done that. And, it's already been almost 2 years for us. So I think we're kind of beating the expectations of businesses that close down within the first, 6 months and a year.
Yeah.
So I think we had a little advantage and we had the truck beforehand. So that kind of helps. And yeah, I think it's a struggle, but I think if you're going to be in this business, you have to love what you're doing. And that's exactly what our name is.
I love it backwards. Right. All right, man. Well, I appreciate your time today, Giovanni. Thank you so much. And people, if they want to read more about this in PMQ, go ahead and check it out. It'll be in the Feb issue, I believe. So hopefully see you there.
Awesome. Thank you.
See you soon in Italy.
Yeah, we'll see you in Italy. Bye.